Hello everyone! Checking duplicates is not a complex process, but it is a process that requires special attention, as it is not recommended to eliminate one document to the detriment of the other, but it is necessary to merge the two because there is a risk that by deleting one of the records, you eliminate some co-authorship, and that is not good. We start with checking whether or not there are duplicates. We click on our photography, and then Tasks and Duplicates. Here, we will see an indication of the number of duplicates that are associated with my profile. Two things can happen. They are false duplicates, detectable at first glance, or in fact, they are two identical articles and for different reasons the system wasn't sure. This example is an example of a false duplicate. Looking at the title of the article, we see that they are two different articles, so we have completely different titles. They have some similarity in some of the terms, but then the title itself is different. When this happens, we simply have to click Discard, and the problem was solved. Let's now look at another case that was introduced by the same person through different platforms. On the one hand, it was with ORCID. On the other hand, it was with Ciência Vitae. We look at these two articles, and the probability of them being the same is very high. We verify that both are articles, that both have the same title, and that both have the same year of publication. We will check if, in fact, they are duplicates, and if they are, we will merge them at the end. And then we begin a very simple process, which is a review process. On our left side, we have an indication of the first article with some of the metadata. We see that we already have here not only the title, we also have the title of the container, that is the title of the journal. We also verify the existence of more authors here. Let's check out the second one, shall we? We check that the title of the container is the same, so let's click Next. None of this is the merging process. This is a verification process. By default, the system will select in each field the elements that seem to be the most correct. We check the publication title. They both have the same title. The issued date. They both were published in the same year. We are now in one of the most important steps, in which it is necessary to pay extra attention, because we do not actually want to erase one of the authors. And when I talk about authors, I'm referring mainly to authors who are affiliated with IST. Since we have access to the file we are reviewing, we can check the authors and choose the right option. In this case, we check the file and see that these are the right authors, so we choose this option. We have access to this file version, but we don't know which is the correct publication version, so we click Other, and then Not Applicable. But each author knows which version is uploaded to Scholar. We continue. So it has a lot of missing fields, but we're not going to worry about it since they're not mandatory. The title of the publication container is already here. It is common in both, as we can see. Let's continue. We have the pages. We can fill in information on the pages and the digital object identifier. As we can see, the FOS field is filled in. There is the publication language. There is the rights type, which is only metadata available. In this case, we have the file, which we are going to upload. So we click Other, and then select the Open Access option. Checking this entire process leads us to conclude that we are dealing with the same article, and so let's click Next. And at this moment, the records are merging. The association was successful, and we can continue our tasks. But if we want, we can see how the publication turned out. We check a single publication that has the association of both records filled in, and we see the affiliation of Maria Luisa. We have all the metadata here. Then we can edit the record and insert the file. We then choose the type of file, full text, and the file access is an open access. We click Submit. We go back to check the publication record, and we see that we have associated both records, and we see the affiliation of Maria Luisa. Therefore, it means that this article is now only one. Let's get to work.